All right, this video is going to be show you how to cut the sections through the timber frame once you have it all modeled, and you need to create the drawings, the shop drawings. So what we'll do here is go into a plan view, and then under your home tab in AutoCAD, there's this area that has section lines, elevation lines, horizontal sections. We're going to use the section line tool. It's going to ask you for a start point and a second point, and then you're going to right click for enter, and then it's going to ask basically how far you want to stretch out the section through the building. So we'll typically do it about right here, and then it's going to ask you to place the section drawing. And so that's the result right there. If you come back, you'll see it creates these little elevation markers, which you can get rid of because we're not going to use those for our drawings. Once you've done that, now you can just copy that section line and you can move it to the next wall that you've got to cut through. You can stretch these using the grips to make them longer in case some of the walls like this one have extra length to them. And then once you do that, you're going to select the section, right click, and choose Generate 2D Section. So we'll do that once more here. We're just going to copy over, select it, right click, Generate Section, and there it is. Now, you're also going to be doing that in the opposite direction for each of these grid lines that are have timber in them. So you can see here, these arrows are showing which way we want to be looking in the section. So when you generate that section line, you want to make sure that you're looking in that direction. So as you set those up on the page, you're going to want to do it nice and neat, sort of like this, because later on you're going to need to add a bunch of notations and grids and dimensions, which will be in a different video. But the next kind of section that we need to generate is a horizontal section, so we can create our roof planes, our roof plan, post plan, floor framing plans. So if you click horizontal section, you're going to click a corner here and a corner out here, and then it's going to ask you down in the text down here, it's going to ask how high off the ground you want to cut that section. So 1 foot is what's set, so that sounds good. I'll hit enter. Then it asks how deep that section should be. That has 2 feet, and I'll show you in a second. You'll see in 3D what that depth means. So then again, it's asking me to place that section. And so that picks up the grid lines too, which we're not really going to want. To get rid of that, I can simply turn off, hide the grid, click on the section, right click, and do refresh. And then that gets rid of those lines from the grid. And then I can turn the grid back on by unisolating it or unhiding it. And when you look in 3D, this is that horizontal section. That's that 2 foot depth that they're talking about. And then all you're going to need to do is simply copy that. And you can also stretch it. So you'll copy it up to the floor level and copy it up to the roof level and create the sections that way.